2¼ lengths. It's Winter.
1977's Horse of the Year made the Wood Memorial the stepping stone to the Kentucky Derby for the third consecutive year. Seattle Slew and jockey Jean Cruguet sailed through the stretch virtually alone as Slew wrapped up his 6th triumph in an equal number of starts. 3 as a 2-year-old, 3 as a 3-year-old, and he was off to Churchill Downs as the odds-on favorite. But the start of the Kentucky Derby dismayed the Seattle Slew backers. Slew veers to the right, Cruguet's weight shifts left, and he does a masterful job merely staying aboard. Imprisoned behind a wall of horses, Seattle Slew reveals there's more than a touch of street fighter in his nature. The first quarter of a mile documents what Slew is all about as he bulls his way out of jeopardy. Shut off, Seattle Slew fights his way through, displaying a fierce competitive spirit as he outruns Bob's Dusty and then, for the moment, to the first turn. In the stretch, Seattle Slew has reserve power to pull away from the rest of the 15-horse field. Jean Cruguet whips right-handed, and Slew widens his lead as For the Moment fades. Run Dusty Run is all out to maintain second as Sanhedrin rallies from far back to move into the show position. But the 1977 Kentucky Derby belongs to Seattle Slew. At Pimlico, Slew and Cormorant stage a determined duel in the early going of the Preakness, but Jean Cruguet and his undefeated colt make a big move on the final turn. The Kentucky Derby winner moves into the lead by a length and a quarter. Entering the stretch, Seattle Slew is in command. Iron Constitution surges up to second, but can't catch the 1-2 favorite. Seattle Slew wins the 102nd running of the Preakness and now needs only the Belmont Stakes to complete the treasured Triple Crown. Belmont Park's Barn 54 became the place to be as Seattle Slew fever infected the sports world. Slew's every move was newsworthy, and even the frequent bad weather of an inordinately wet spring could not deter the media. It was just such a rainy morning when trainer Billy Turner and exercise rider Mike Kennedy brought their champion to Belmont Park's main track for a final workout 1 day prior to the Belmont Stakes. The fog-shrouded early morning provides a moody atmosphere as Seattle Slew breaks off into an easy blowout. Mike Kennedy merely sits and allows Slew to work himself. His final workout completed, Seattle Slew is now 32 hours and 1.5 miles away from the Triple Crown. A respite from the constant rain allows trainer Billy Turner's crew to tend to Slew's $1 million legs outside. A patient and friendly horse, Seattle Slew toys with his groom while his bold, inquisitive eye carefully notes the camera to his right. Belmont Park's beautiful paddock begins to fill early on Saturday, June 11th. The near-record crowd of more than 70,000 knows the 8th race will not start until after 5:30. But the paddock is jammed. Everyone wants a close-up look at the star. Slew's owners, Karen and Mickey Taylor, and Sally and Jim Hill, wait anxiously as Seattle Slew is a late arrival, delayed by traffic en route from Barn 54. Seattle Slew dances his way out to the track, displaying signs of tension. Small wonder, being surrounded by a sea of faces that is Belmont Park on this historic afternoon. The rain is ended, but even this typical glorious Belmont day can't perform miracles. The track is labeled muddy. Dry or wet, it's all the same to Seattle Slew. And they're off. For the lead on the inside now, Seattle Slew goes for the lead. He has the lead as they move through the stretch. Up on the outside, it's Sanhedrin. Along the inside, Run Dusty Run. On the extreme outside, Spirit Level is moving up. They move for the first turn with Spirit Level on the extreme outside, and Seattle Slew along the rail. Then it's Run Dusty Run alongside Sanhedrin, followed by Mr. Red Wing, then Make Amends, Sir, and Iron Constitution. They're moving on the turn. Seattle Slew by a half length. Spirit Level is second by 2. Run Dusty Run is third by a half. Sanhedrin is fourth by 2.5. Then Mr. Red Wing is fifth by 3 lengths. Make Amends is alongside Sir, and the final horse is Iron Constitution. They've gone the first quarter of a mile, 24 3.5 and 48 2 with Seattle Slew now to receive a challenge on the outside. It's Seattle Slew on the inside. Run Dusty Run and Spirit Level have both moved up alongside. It's Seattle Slew holding on, however, and now he pulls away to a length again. Spirit Level is second ahead, and Run Dusty Run is third. A gap of 4 back, and it's Sanhedrin in fourth. Mr. Red Wing is fifth. Then it's Iron Constitution moving to sixth. Sir, and Make Amends, 3/4 of a mile in 1:14. They're moving on the turn. Still Seattle Slew, and he has it by 2. Run Dusty Run and Spirit Level are battling together, second and third. Beginning to close a bit, Sanhedrin is fourth and closer. Mr. Red Wing is fifth. Iron Constitution in a furious drive is driving along the rail. They're coming on the turn with Seattle Slew still the leader. Seattle Slew, 1 mile and 1:38 and 4/5 now leads by a half. Still on the outside now, Sanhedrin has taken over. Then it's Run Dusty Run, swinging to the extreme outside, Iron Constitution. In the stretch, here he comes, and he's opening it up again. It's Seattle Slew, and he's drawing clear of the field. Seattle Slew has 4 lengths on Run Dusty Run. It's Run Dusty Run in second and Sanhedrin third. They're nearing the finish line. It's still Seattle Slew, and he's opened it out to 4.5. Then Run Dusty Run and Sanhedrin. Seattle Slew wins the Belmont Stakes by 4 lengths and becomes the 10th horse in thoroughbred history to capture the Triple Crown, and is the first horse ever to carry an undefeated record through the Triple Crown. The Belmont Park fans hail Seattle Slew and jockey Jean Cruguet with thunderous cheers. The 109th running of the Belmont Stakes lived up to its advanced billing and culminates the dream that captivates all of racing. Departing after a day's work well done, Seattle Slew receives yet another ovation. While in the winner's circle, New York Governor Hugh Carey presents the Belmont Trophy to the Taylors and the Hills. Watching Seattle Slew once more on the turn for home and through the stretch run. It's a Triple Crown achievement, secured with a minimum of doubt. From the time the first quarter of a mile of the Kentucky Derby was over, Seattle Slew was virtually unperturbed by challenge. Jean Cruguet looks back for the competition, but Seattle Slew has demolished the field. It's a complete victory, an historic Belmont Stakes, and an event that will long be remembered as Jean Cruguet celebrates Seattle Slew's treasured moment by stamping his audacious trademark on the 1977 racing season.